Hey there, this is Coach Steve from Trench Training, and we're about to enter a couple of the most exciting weeks of the year, and that's the start of the football season. There's always a little nervousness, a little anxiousness, but a lot of excitement around those first couple weeks because we all know it's not easy, right? It's hard. And that first time you go to a camp in the fall, whether it be youth football, high school, college, even the NFL, you get those butterflies, you get nervous. You start thinking, well, do I belong here? Am I going to fit in? Am I going to play? Am I going to make new friends? You're going to meet people. It's a big deal, and it's a big, awesome time of year. But it's also a difficult time because, again, football is hard. And this is probably the toughest couple of weeks that your players, as youth football players, are going to have. And it's going to determine their outlook on football going forward. So it's important that they have fun and they stay safe. So what I want to do is I'm just going to give you 5 tips about how you can help your youth football player get through their first couple weeks of practice. This is also something, obviously, if you have a high school player, a college player, they're all good tips for any level, but especially for those youth football players entering their first football season. It's important to have these steps. I think they're really going to help. The first one is you have to stay hydrated and you have to eat well. That means eat healthy. Stay away from greasy foods. Stay away from soda. Definitely no soda during those couple of weeks. Lots and lots of water. Drink lots of water. Eat lots of fruit. Anything that has a lot of water in it. Try and stay away from too much Gatorade because that can make you sick. There's too much sugar in those things. Just water is the best way to go. Water and fruit, lots of that. The whole time you've got those long practices that first couple weeks of the season. The second thing, get rest. I know my kids, I have a tough time getting them to bed in the summertime. Their schedules are off. You need to get to bed early because a lot of times your camps are going to be early in the morning. And even if they're not, if you're not well rested, you're going to suffer. Your kids are going to suffer during these long practices in the heat. So you want to make sure that they're getting rest. They need to get 8 to 10 hours of sleep, especially those younger kids. Make sure they're not up super late playing video games and watching TV. Make sure they're getting their rest. The third thing, wear comfortable clothes. Okay, and the big thing there is shoes. Make sure your kids break their cleats in. Don't show up for the first day of practice. Put your cleats on for the first time. Not a good idea. You want to try and get those cleats broken in. Have your kids go out and play wiffle ball with their friends. Go out in the yard and run around. Play touch football out in the yard. Whatever it might be, get out in the grass using those cleats. Get them broken in. You don't want to break those in the first week of practice because your kids are going to end up with blisters and they're going to end up with really sore feet. So make sure you break those shoes in. Fourth thing, and this is a tough one for some parents, let the coaches coach. All right? All those coaches at the youth level, they're all volunteers, and they're giving their time for your kids. So make sure that you give them respect, let them coach, and trust the process that they have for their football program. All right? If you want to get involved, then find a way that you can get involved with their program. Talk to leaders of that program. If you think you can coach, volunteer your time. But don't coach from the bleachers, all right? Don't coach from the lawn chair on the side of practice. Really, really bad idea, okay? Let the coaches do the coaching. Encourage your kids. Just tell them how much you love to watch them play, okay? That's the 5 best words you can say to your kid. I love to watch you play. So make sure you're letting the coaches coach. All right, last thing, don't let them quit, okay? Football is hard. All right, but anything worth doing is hard. That's just how it is. And it's a great lesson for our kids to learn is, there are things that are going to be tough in life. And those first couple of weeks are going to be hard. The kids are going to get sore. They're going to, use muscles they haven't used before. They've been, maybe sitting around a little too much in the summer. So the conditioning and the running and especially that first day they put pads on, you're going to get the most number of kids saying that they want to quit football that first day in pads because it's hard, it's tough, it's something their body's not used to, but you got to make them tough it out for a week. And if after a week they still feel like they can't do it or it's not for them, that if you choose to let them quit, let them quit. But I've had a rule in our house with my kids: if you start something, you finish it. If you're going to start playing football, unless there's something wrong and they can't handle it physically or they can't handle it mentally, a really big tough problem, my kids are going to finish what they start, at least for the year. Finish out the year, you never have to play again. But don't let them quit after one day in pads, because every kid feels that. I felt it. I wrote an article, just the last article I wrote was about how I almost quit football. And it was because it was too hard. I thought it was too hard. Well, I was in it for a week or two. It kicked in, I loved it, I started to feel better, and it went awesome. And obviously, it worked out pretty well for me being able to play at Wisconsin and get a shot in the NFL. So it's worth it. So make your kids stick it out, at least for that first part of the season, and get through those tough days, because practice only gets easier the farther you get in. So I hope you found some value with these tips. If you did, please like, comment, and share. I'd love to hear your experiences about youth football and camp, whether it be youth or high school or college or NFL. What were your experiences in camp? I'd love to see some of those in the comments. Also, we have a new members area coming. It's going to be up very, very soon, hopefully in the next week or so. As I am recording this, we're at July 24th, and we're going to have our new membership up before August. That's the plan. So get into that. There's exclusive content there for you, for both kids and for parents. We're going to be adding stuff to that all the time, but we're going to get it up and running. And you want to get that free membership. It's absolutely free. That also puts you on our email list to stay up to date with what we're doing. So thanks for stopping by today. Until next time, bye for now. Play big.